Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead reading. This is the week commencing the 4th of August. And before I start your reading, I've just got a quick apology to make because I turned on my ring light camera, or my ring light, sorry, and it blew up. Not like in flames or anything, a bit dramatic, Shelley. No, it just went pop, and I thought, oh. So I hope it's not spoiling the reading. The lighting isn't great in here either. I've tried my best. But anyway, let's crack on with your reading. So we're asking for 2 cards, please and thank you, to start the reading of the energy for Libra next week, or the week commencing the 4th of August. Nope, please and thank you. Oh, do you know what? Twice I've gone to get those. I'm going to have them then. Whoa, very powerful cards. Okay, so we have Master. Now, the Master is very much like the Devil energy in the tarot, and the Devil energy is, as you probably know, somebody that can be a bit toxic around you, or a situation that you feel tied to, addictions, just things you know that perhaps you're doing that you know aren't very good for you. And then you've got Rebuild. So I like this to see it's 15 and then 16. It's like this is happening. However, there's a chance to rebuild this. It's a chance to look at something that perhaps, you know, hasn't got the strongest of foundations, or, you know, something that needs to be reassessed and started again. Rebuild is very much like the Tower, if you like, in tarot, where the foundation's crumbling and everybody's falling out of the tower. I don't feel it's quite as chaotic for you here. They are holding on to their heart chakra there. It's like you're getting stronger and stronger. And that's interesting, isn't it? Because look, they've locked theirs in a cage with that devil. Somebody's, I don't know. For some of you, I feel like you're overcoming somebody who was actually quite toxic around you. And anyway, let's have a look. Right, let's start with the. Just to pre-warn you, we have Bella in the room. Dear spirit guides and angels, please join me in this reading for Libra and make it helpful, hopeful, and healing. Thank you. What is the focus for Libra? What's the focus? The focus is the Queen of Swords. Oh my gosh. With Master and Rebuild. Opportunity, please and thank you, for Libra. And of course, swords are your suit in the tarot. We have the 3 of Wands. No, it's the 2 of Wands. I beg your pardon. Okay. What's the challenge, please and thank you, for Libra? There you are. 3 of Pentacles. That's just Bella moaning, I'm afraid. She's a bit old. And what's bubbling under the surface for you? Six of Pentacles. And opportunity, advice and outcome, please and thank you, for Libra. Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Lots of Pentacles in the end there, which equals, you know, grounded energy, realistic grounded energy. Looking at things from a more realistic point of view. Let's have a look. Queen of Swords is your focus. This is being forthright, not mincing your words, getting things out in the open, and more importantly, cutting ties with those that people that don't serve you. That's what the Queen of Swords does. That's why she has her sword by her side and her heart in a cage there. Again, there's another heart in the cage. However, she's rising above it and thinking, well, you know what? You know, I ain't putting up with this anymore. She looks forward into the future. She doesn't look back. She's not bothered by people that are gossiping around her. She'll just separate herself. And it's like you're just rising above everything next week, Libra. I love that. And being, and at the same time, she knows her boundaries. She knows that, you know, she will not allow people to cross her boundaries either. She's very, very focused. And as I say, swords are your suit in the tarot, so it's nice to see. Now, the Two of Wands is your opportunity. This is my card of should I, shan't I? There's something about, oh, okay, well, maybe because you're getting in that Queen of Swords, really laser-like focus, looking forward, it's like, well, maybe I need to step outside my comfort zone now. Maybe you've outgrown something or somebody, and you've got the courage and the, I don't know, like the I want to say the energy to look at something new, possibly look at something a bit bigger and better than what you're doing already. I think you know that you need to be pushed outside your comfort zone a little bit next week. And the Three of Pentacles is your challenge. It might mean that you're going to have to leave a team, you know, and be a bit more assertive and be on your own a little bit more. It can also mean that you go independent of those Three Pentacles. Start something yourself, maybe. Yeah, there's like with that Two of Wands, this is adventure. This is, you know, thinking, oh, you know, dare I do that though? Now, the Six of Pentacles is what's bubbling under the surface in your subconscious. And the Six of Pentacles is very much what goes around comes around energy. So the money that you put in, the time, the energy coming back to you. I don't know if there's something here that's what you're needing to rebuild, because maybe you're not feeling that you're getting a return and an investment on your money, your time, or your energy. You know, it could be that you're not getting paid, you know, for the amount of work that you do, you know, or there's a desire for you to think, well, maybe if I go alone, that's the answer. You know, I will. You're your own boss then, aren't you? And you're responsible for that money coming in. And then you've got the Queen of Pentacles as your advice and outcome. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is very Empress energy for me. She sits in abundance and she trusts the universe. She's the most resourceful queen. She's master of her suit. You know, she's a queen, so she's, you know, she knows what she's doing with the money. Again, I feel like she's quite independent. But she's also not afraid to invest in other things. Whilst she still remains very grounded but successful. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. Queen of Swords, why are you here? Please and thank you. For Libra. Oh my gosh, can't make that up. You have got the actual Empress now. There is something to do with you turning in to a completely, not a completely different person, but I don't know, just flourishing next week by being that Queen of Swords. It's like you're putting your foot down and people are looking up to you. Because the Empress, she's the queen of the queens. You've just moved up another notch. She trusts that things will grow around her. She's very creative. She also gives birth to new ideas, which also gives birth. For some of you, it can be something to do with starting again, starting a family. I think it's, you know, geared with all the pentacles here, also around the need to either work independently or just be your own boss at something. With the MasterCard, you know, you've been tied to some pretty toxic people, I think, out of loyalty, maybe. You know, when you've been in a job for, I don't know how long, and you think, oh, I can't leave now because I've been there so long. But now it's almost like, no, Queen of Swords, forthright thinking. I don't know if they've pushed your buttons and it's like, whoa, too far. You've pushed Libra too far. Out comes the Empress. And I think it'll surprise you. I think actually the Empress is attributed to Libra too. And that's feeling very attractive also next week. I feel like you're going to be in the limelight for something. Now, the Two of Wands. So for some of you, it could be some sort of promotion, because to say that you've gone from the Queen of Swords to the Empress, and that's definitely, you know, a notch up again. Two of Wands is your opportunity. What do we have? Oh my God, the Magician. So you've now got the Magician who makes things work. When we get the Magician, it's a message to say whatever you're manifesting, you know you can do it. So with that Two of Wands, it's the should I, shan't I. There's an opportunity for you to actually use all the tools that you have, whatever you want to do, whatever you're manifesting, in order to make this successful, in order to make that decision too. Look at all the tools you have on the table already. The Magician is, you know, also it's a one. It's again, it's the start of something new. It's a rebuild of something. Now, the Three of Pentacles is your challenge, and it could just mean that you're going to have to leave your current team that you're working with, or that team could be a challenge to you. That's clarified, oh, can't make this up, by the Tower, which is your rebuild card, and the High Priestess. Yeah, there's something about being resistant to change. And again, I think it's because you've got a bit set in your ways. But this team work makes the dream work is no longer. And there's big change on the way. Now, the High Priestess as a challenge is, I think you've known about this for a while. You've just not trusted your instincts. Maybe you've just hung on for the money side of it, or for, I don't know, just as I say, with that Devil energy. When somebody has got you in their grips, it's very hard to break away. And I feel with that Three of Pentacles that you felt that's a very stuck energy as a challenge. They look like traffic lights, don't they? And it's like the middle one's red. I also feel like you don't get the recognition for the situation that you're in. And there's the Tower. As I say, building things up again. Things are crumbling there. Now, the Six of Pentacles is what's bubbling under the surface for you. And it could be that, yeah, you don't feel like you're getting back what you're putting into something or a situation. In that, you know, Pentacles, I always put a caveat to Pentacles because, yes, it's the finances, it's the material resources, it's our tangible assets, if you like. But it's also whatever your coinage is at the time. What means more to you at the moment? Is it your time and energy, or is it the money? Let's have a look. Six of Pentacles. Why are you in the subconscious, please? And thank you for Libra. You know, it could be you're thinking, oh, but you know, this job or this relationship, I don't emotionally get anything out of it, but financially I might be. But that's not the right reasons to stay. Why do we have the Six of Pentacles here? Thank you for Libra. Eight of Swords. Yeah. She's feeling trapped and tied up. I feel like, as I say, things keep going round and round in circles with that Three of Pentacles for you. And it's like you come to a decision, then you just talk yourself out of it again, because that's what the Eight of Swords means for me. They also feel there's a little bit of self-sabotage going on. It's like, I don't know if I dare do that Two of Wands because, you know, I'm not good enough. What, you know, will that money come back into me? And it's a bit of a negative mindset there, perhaps, for some of you. What I will say, though, is that's an 8. And then, although it's a Six of Pentacles, there's a number 8 there. And so bubbling at the surface is abundance for you, because we're ending with the Queen of Pentacles. As I say, she's very resourceful. She's very trusting. She's successful. She's top of her game. Financially, she's very good at, you know, if you're worried about, you know, there's not going to be enough money to go around, the Queen of Pentacles is like, no. I know that maybe I'll have to draw it in a little bit, but I know that I can make this work, because I will make sure that I'm giving everything I possibly can, financially, time and energy, because I know it's going to come back to me. And again, very Empress energy. Look how many double cards you've got. Queen of Pentacles, why are you here, please and thank you, for Libra? What have we got? Oh, Ten of Cups. What a fabulous outcome. Sunshine and rainbows. What more can I say? It's like trust the universe, Libra. That's what I keep hearing from this. You have all the tools on the table in your toolbox, whatever that may be, your emotional stability, your financial side, your thought processes, and your energetic energy that you have to deal with this, to make that decision. And Ten of Cups is, as I say, sunshine and rainbows, happiness. Queen of Pentacles with that Ten of Cups. But I will say there's a rainbow on there, and as we know, rainbows come out after a storm. So this isn't going to be an easy ride. Nothing is when you've got to rebuild something. But yeah, I just think this has gone whirring round in your head for a while. And they want you to focus on maybe putting something into action next week with that Queen of Swords. Setting those boundaries. Maybe setting a benchmark. It's like, that's, you just crossed the line there, mate. Anyway, let's have a look at the Greenwich Oracle. This is a beautiful deck also. Can we have a final message, please? And thank you for Libra. What is the final message, please? And thank you for Libra. Moss agate, which is a crystal, and it says positivity and change. Oh, I hate looking smug, but I can't help it. How much more? This is such a massive message for you, Libra, that something needs to change for the better. Anyway, oh look, there's a little butterfly on there I've just seen. Oh, you know what butterflies mean? Transformation. Look out for the butterflies maybe next week too, or things fluttering around you. Anyway, I love that. I hope you enjoyed that. I do apologise for the lighting. I hope it hasn't spoiled the reading. It just went pop. So I'll get that sorted ASAP. Anyway, take care. Thank you as always for being here and watching, and the love and support of the channel, and I'll see you next week.